back to the line. Okay. So in what ways governments and individuals are helping education in this country so that it will not go into, I think, extinction? I think nobody wants to read education courses due to lack of jobs when they finish their courses. So in what ways are government and individuals helping education in this country? I think that's the question.
Okay, thank you very much for that question. I can give you an example when I was thinking about how to make informed education attractive. First of all, there are jobs for teachers. As I told you, there are gaps. There are almost 10 million plus spaces for teachers in secondary school and about 9 million or so for basic education. So, incentives, for example, making college of education and access to this education and a scholarship board because they want to go private education or the state of teachers. You know, you have access to free education all the way to university. They have made incentives that teachers do not pay taxes. They have free bus rides. Teachers have access to free bus rides. Make sure that the best people that are going to those medicine and dropouts that go to education, when it's not going for PhD or PhD, then they now do what just take education. Parents who are passionate about teaching that are needed teaching. So those are some of the things I know that we can do to attract people to education. They are jobs. Of course, increase teachers' pay. People talk about teachers being one of those who know everything. So thank you for that question.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. So there are jobs. But I think the important is that many people think that when you study education, you need to be efficient. I think that's just a common problem. And we need to address that problem. When you study education in school, it's not a must that you must be a classroom teacher. Effect of comparative advantage between public and private schools in Nigeria. Is this possible? In terms of this comparison and then what can we look at?
Okay. So, as I said during my presentation, both are important. Both public and private education are required to create a robust educational system. Typically, public private education and are willing to pay for it. So private education typically should make there's a number of advantages that you can have to private education. Number one is the sense of no explicit access. So with specialized extra training, why do people pay? Because there's something that you are offering that is better than public education. Public education gives you the basic foundation. You have access to the basic foundation, basic education. But private education means to give something extra, make the attention to detail, private teacher, or extracurricular activities for all the students. When I look at that, I would say comparison advantage. But of course, when you live in an economy where poverty is so high, public education will continue to be overwhelmed and feel lost. When the economy starts to grow, and you know that people start to look at private education, so they look at the learning outcome, the rounded individual that we want to have is more achievable through private education. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. One more question?
Yes,
I will need to run up the question until we have a 5-minute break before people may come to the stage. I think the problem is how to cater for the needs of those who draw out due to high cost of living in Nigeria not getting other jobs for teachers, what do we do to ensure that those out-of-school children what do we do to ensure that those out-of-school children and the would-be ones are catered for? The out-of-school children and the would-be out-of-school children, what do we do so that they can cater for? She's muted. Ma, please tell her muted. You are still muted. We can't hear you. You are muted. Ma, please hold on. We can't hear you. Take it out of there.
Yes.
Thank Keep doing your thing.
Alright, that's fantastic. So what do you see? I beg you. Okay, and the next thing, if I want to pick another next one, I want to go over the side because I want to send the other one.
Touch your toes.
Are we good to go? Yes. All right, fantastic. The first, let's go. C O C O N U C. Fantastic. This somebody I can say I love this.
I am Oluwatosin from Stanford School Concept. Stanford Concept is purely Nigerian company where we produce learning stamps. We just mainly deal with learning stamps to make learning easier and fun for students and easier for teachers, such that we have our tracing stamps for lowercase tracing stamps. Yeah. So these stamps now makes it easier for teachers and elementary students to easily learn their alphabet. So instead of teacher taking time to dot the student's book, they can just stamp it on their book and let them trace it out. So this is how it's going to look, so they can trace it out. This is also one of our stamp products as well. These are the tiny images. Yeah, this one right here, tiny image. So you can just use that and incorporate it with all our other products. So it's very easy to use and they are very cheap. We make it very cheap. And our clock stamp as well to teach time. All you need to do is to just place it on your stamp pad and place it on the book. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, so like this, you can just, all you need to do now is just draw the hand and let them tell the time. Very easy peasy lemon squeezy. So We have some other products as well, as the preschool tracing stamp. Okay, they just learn preschool patterns for kindergarten students, their curves and their strokes. Very easy. Instead of the teacher to just be doing the dots for them, they just stamp it and let them trace it out. And these are our 3-letter word image stamp as well. Yeah, A for apple, B for baby, and O. And also our alphabet images, A to Z. These are the content, so you can use it for your teaching as well, making it very easy.
I want you to start noting that there are some common words. This one says to educate all students. That means there's equity in their school to the highest levels of academic achievement, to enable them to reach and expand their potential. I think they will not just reach it, they will even go well beyond it because of the way we prepare them, and to prepare them to become productive, responsible, ethical, creative, and compassionate members of society. Isn't that one pushing you? What will this do about things in your school? Everything you do to be better of yourself. When a child misbehaves, you have to say, you have to be fair. There's that school there's a school I'm on the board of, and a boy misbehaves. Everybody, he actually sexually harassed another student. So we start and we have to, if you see the process we went through, as a Nigerian language, there's why the boy move on. But no, they set up a panel, they interviewed everybody concerned, interviewed the boy himself, called his parents, called him. Do you want a lawyer? Do you want an adult to be with him in the room? You know me as a Nigerian language, if you will cut him, you tell him, you listen that they are not going to get out. Then they said, he's in the second year of A-level. What are we going to do for him? He will still sit for A-level. They transferred A-level from South Africa to his country, I think Angola or something. So he can sit for it there. They got a school for him there. We don't want him in our school, but we don't want to ruin his life. In fact, by the end of it, I was moved. They now called a board meeting. It was to assess whether they followed their policy. So the principal sat on the hot seat. Did you do this? Did you do that? Were you fair to the victim? And were you fair to the perpetrator of the act? Who is himself in charge? Of Nigeria. So that is the power of the vision. Because the vision of the school is to build the next generation of African leaders. And so they are worried that 2 years after being with us, we cannot throw this boy in ways like that. We don't like what he did. He's a threat within the school and we don't want him in the school, but we want him to be able to get over it. So they provided counseling, provided support, got him a school somewhere in this country to do his exam, and they didn't tell the school why he was coming. Just gave them a hint and he has no place to go. So, we still don't have the light on. Okay, I was going to read the second vision. But at this juncture, can you write your own school vision statement? Let's try. Write your own. What's your meaning of it?
We have it often.
You know it often?
Yeah.
All right. Madam, read it out. Say it out for us. Are you noticing the words that keep coming up?
Thank you.
Nurturing work leaders in the fear of God that will be the best people.
That was short, succinct, quick, straight to the point, nurturing
World leaders.
world leaders. So they too want a global reach, and they want their students to think beyond their immediate environment, or to think of themselves as global citizens. Does that make sense to you? Who else wants to share with us? All those people are not looking at the one man has the right to say,
Attracting children from nations and returning leaders of nations.
That is very ambitious, isn't it? But your vision should be ambitious. It should be what they call BHAG. Big, very, ambitious, bold. That is very big. So they are receiving children from the nations, but they are returning them as leaders. That is, there could be a deliberate policy to build their children as leaders. And so let me ask you one thing you are going to build them as leaders.
One thing is that we engage to take up leadership positions right from young age, and we nurture them, we monitor them, and mentor them gradually, not only in terms of abilities, but in terms of building good character also.
Thank you very much. So, can you see how compelling it can be? Okay? I'll still try and involve as many of you as possible. Let me see. This is like another one. By the way, the two vision statements that we got were very, very, very compelling, very interesting, very well said, and if acted upon, can be very powerful in transforming the school. This one says, we foster an enthusiastic, fostering means that we deliberately build an environment, isn't it? So in that environment, we foster an enthusiastic, creative community of learners, prepared to continue their intellectual, emotional, and physical development. So, you can imagine their focus. They are already for physical development, intellectual development, so they are going to spend a lot of energy doing all this. Our goal as a school is to equip our people, our young people, with the skills and mindset to thrive and then take over the world. Very similar to what you are, but couched in a different way. Also saying, we are taking them. They are turning them into leaders, and they are asking them to go out and take over the world. Alright? I like this one. Our vision is a community where all children feel loved, respected, and encouraged to develop their fullest potential. Again here, they are going to build a safe environment where children, you know, there are some schools where when you get there, you know the children are loved. The children feel safe to lead themselves. And so that is also another great example. So there are all sorts. So there are so many things. Look at this one. We believe that a happy child is what? So when a child is happy, the child is likely to be more successful than you would have been otherwise. We are committed to providing a positive, safe, and stimulating environment for children to learn, where all are valued. So again, all children value. So I think I like the fact that there's some key words, and those words show everybody, not just we have favorites. We intend that all children should enjoy their learning, achieve their potential, and become independent, lifelong learners. Again, another great one. So, there are so many, and you told us, I don't ask on this side. So, let me ask on this. Everybody willing to share their vision statement with us? Okay.
Developing godly and globally competitive children.
Godly. Again, a lot of emphasis on that. This is Nigeria. Godly children. So it's important that we show them the way of God, the way of the Lord. We show them by what we are role modeling, in what thought and divinity. We build a dedicated environment where God is always the focus. Thank you. So, what are the most common words? Anybody willing to share with us? The most common words that we see in our vision statements. Pardon? Values? Leadership? All. Development? Love. Holistic. From there? Pardon? Morals. Learners. Standard. So they are all good words. So I hope if you know the vision can be a living statement. As in periodically, not all the time, so you don't confuse people, but periodically you can assess and maybe tweak a word or two. So I'm hoping today we have said some things that make you think again and say, maybe I need to put this or that. Again, because we want to show the power of vision. The vision is incredibly powerful. When I told you about the school, and I always like to refer to the school because it's not in Nigeria, I'm not going to any particular school, and so on. You see, they say they want to develop the next leaders in Africa, ethical, compassionate, visionary leaders in Africa. Not Nigeria, not any particular country, across Africa. And so because of that, everything in the school is tailored towards leadership. The students are a bit older, of course, but students do things like managing the hostel. They have their own disciplinary committee. They deliberately expose them to all sorts of things around the world. They go for things like World Economic Forum, Africa Union, West Africa, if they're having ECOWAS or something, they will come and give presentations because they want them to know that they're global citizens, but they are citizens of Africa first and foremost. Because this is our continent, the youngest continent, the poorest continent. And so we all, they believe that all hands on deck, leadership is going to drive this process. So that's the power, the incredible power. I will keep on saying it. I had some words we mentioned some, but we didn't talk about skills. Yeah, community, to build a community. That love is community, isn't it? All of us caring and loving you. Excellence, potential, skills, global, prepare, achieve, lifelong. Just remember so many keywords. So, what do these visions do? Like you said, it's compelling. I've asked this question from some of you. I hope that you'll write this down somewhere. So there are certain steps. You can develop your vision by self-reflection. And I'll tell you an exercise that I always use for self-reflection is, I don't know if you know the book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Who has read it? Stephen Covey's book. Now if you read that book, and I used to be a Stephen Covey certified trainer and facilitator for maybe 25 years. One thing that is there is how it says the first habit you have is to be proactive. The second habit, no, that's the third. Begin with the end in mind, and the third thing is not first, put. Because it's a verb, it's a dream word. So you have to deliberately and intentionally put first things first. So the first thing is to be proactive, even when you are looking at your vision. To be proactive, that is to accept. When you are proactive, you accept that God has given you everything you need to be successful. See that parents, let me advise you from you can't be doing it. I don't really do such things. When you fall down now, it's the first one that says get to this thing. So I don't do something. You know what I said? I don't like it. I like it snapping you as a company. 7 years. I said, that's why I don't do parents. Everywhere you sit and snapping you know. So she had I said I can't come tomorrow and teach. She said, no, mommy, you have to come. I said, I can't come. She said, mommy, one teacher wants to go and talk to her friends. She gives us a test. Give them a test. Now that's the childish way, right? I thought about it because I was then still teaching banking. And this was a bank. And there was a test on Saturday. And this was maybe Wednesday or Thursday. So I said, I'm going to give you a case study. It will form 25% of your Saturday test. And now you sit down, form yourself into groups, get ready, there's going to be a presentation. I don't want to disturb you, I will only give you the case study. We discussing, I will be here by 1, by which time you should have moved. And guess what? Where did I go? It's a house was after I left was I came back, they were sweating. Because the bank was not use that to sack some of them for not being up to standard. I was sorry for their customers there. Because I know that, oh, you see, that was my little girl of 6 telling me, Mommy, she said it childishly, but if you listen well, was she not making sense? She's just saying, what teacher wants to go and listen to her friend. She gives us something to do that will occupy us. So, you thought you were clever. You don't know these little children have been watching you. You know? The next thing I told her, I said, you know, I'm tired. Because she was like a movie child, because the elder two had come up to secondary school. So she had, because they don't in the house for like 7 years. So, you know, one day she had a lot of dollies. Used to play with her, dress them, sew for them, and do all sorts of things. She had a swimming dress opposite the house. She was like, Mommy, please, can I have the recreation? So they would give her remnants of, and she would sew for her, and I used to play with her. Because there was nobody to play with her. So, one day she told me, Mommy, let's play. I said, I've been training since morning, I'm tired. I need to rest. She said, why are you tired? I said, because I've been standing up since 8. I'm such a class I used to from 8 to about 5. Just break time, tea breaks, I was always tired actually. She said, she said, there's something I should be sitting down. She said, no, go sit down. Don't go sit down. And when teacher sits down, the boys start to do bad things, like pinching the girls and doing viral boxing. I said, what is viral boxing? Take their time with you and doing boxing. I said, you know what she was saying? When you sit down, you lose of the class. So listen, have I said something to you that will make you listen to young people? Yes. They may look childish, but it makes a lot of sense. And from then on, I never ever sat down. Because she had, I just try and wear constitutions. Because she had warned me that don't sit down. Out of the mouth of babes. So, you shouldn't do this thing by yourself. You do it by yourself. What about your teachers? Do you know I found out one of my teachers was a superb gardener and farmer. Just from this kind of exercise. I found out that my chemistry teacher, if she starts angry like this, you won't believe it. And that woman, because we now had assembly, and it was agreed that those are principles, every class will take one or the other. The day they took punctuality, and it was this, the AV, the singing, the dancing, it was the chemistry teacher that was their form tutor. So there were many gifts, there are many gifts in your teachers, but they won't show it. Because they don't want you to disturb them. They don't want you to give them extra. But if you make it something lovely, you know, something that will not enjoy. The woman herself, we called her out, we gave her a round of applause, we did this, we gave her gifts. That's what you do, right? That's what you do. So, don't do this by yourself. Because this is a quote, it says, too often, shared visions really mean, I have a vision, come and share. And can you really get people to share that way? When they have no input, right? They have no input, they don't care. So I would say, share your vision, and that's the top, shared vision. The shared vision is an anchor for all aspects of school life. Involve a range of stakeholders. Involve your students. Involve your teachers. Involve your parents. Because they have to know. Why did I send my daughter to South Africa? It was the first set. There was no set before then. But when I too saw that they are building the next generation of African leaders, ethical African leaders, one at a time, I said, Madam, go. This is great, because by then I used to call her silver belt generation. Because my daughter had to go and hang out. She was no longer my sweet little girl. I used to hang out. What are you hungry? So we even had a session, we mothers and our 5 or 6 girls who had grown up from primary school to secondary school together. What is the meaning of hangout? We even got a facilitator. We talked to tell us what hangout means. half the girls were clear. My daughter is very clever. She said, you know, you hang out, you know, you just go, mommy. You know. I said, and their boys in the hangout. She said, why are you particular about that? I go to a meeting, you know, what's boys, mommy? How do you know they are boys? You know, they're just your friends, and you just hang out and move on. Yeah, you know you can't argue too much with that kind of thing. So, but when she went to South Africa, she became a serious woman. And when she comes back, I say, are you not hanging out? She said, no, I have papers to write. She wanted to be the first person to discover a cure for sickle cell. She did not hear. You know how you can, my other daughter who is a doctor, when she was young, all her year, what do you want to be, singer or dancer? So they can say anything. But at least there is a focus. And it's because of the focus of the school, drilling down to the students, they are privileged here. When you are here, we are building you up to be a leader. So you go around the school, you say, hello, how are you? Oh, my name is Belinda. I'm from Zimbabwe, and I want to be the next Chief Justice of Zimbabwe. Oh, my name is Ronald, and I'm from South Africa. I want to be the president of South Africa. That's how the students used to talk. Because the vision had been, yes, that this is what we are about. We are going to be great. And guess what? Many of them have done things that you will be. So that's it. You have to engage with that. Many people that. So remember that thing. So that person like changing involve a range of stakeholders. That's number one. Engage your staff, your board of governors, parents, and students in the process to build buy-in and leadership. You know the one that I said I did with my teachers and my brother, I said, what is our promise? So when somebody comes to me and says, this boy did that, he did that, he did that, I say, what is our promise to parents? That we will be illocal parents. Parents are far away. What if your own child misbehaves? Are you going to do this to your child? What will you do? Will you not talk to your child? Will your first instinct be to beat the child yeah, is that your first instinct? What for? So, I had a teacher who slapped students. Fortunately for her, the boy's eyes full of them. I just said, madam, I just wrote it down. She needs to go back. Because you must never allow the student to be able to get to you. But what the boy did was wrong. Let me tell you. But you should be mature enough to know that students do that. Second, they do that to annoy you. They do that on purpose. I had a student that I was satisfied. You see what the teachers are doing, blah, 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 blah. If I tell my daddy, you know time. As he continues, then after a while, I do conversation. Okay. So I saw him many years later. I said, remember that day? I said, no, there were many days. There were many long days. So which day? He said, when I entered the office, I was just shakaraing and saying my dad, because my daddy used to give money to some teachers before to pay to their phone. Who will give me money for phone? Me? If I have 1,000, I don't need my phone. So that no parents can come behind and say, I'm one. They tell their children, I hope you know, that I'm the one funding the teacher's phone and giving her extra money. So he said, when I came in, I said, what did I do? He said, get out. I said, what did you do? He said, I got out. But you know the lesson did not cost me. Because many years later, I was not a man. As a man, he even took me to lunch. Paid for the lunch. I said, I paid for my lunch. He said, for those children are interesting. They call me to lunch one day and we were gisting about first grade. I said, who's first grade? I said, the head boy. Head boy, girlfriend, in my presence? He said, yes. You thought you knew everything? I said, to me, there was a first lady. She said, she was as powerful as the head boy. I said, in my presence? They said, yes, and you know her. And even you two like her because she was so yes. Oh, go back, catch that girl. But you know that the young people you have to understand understand it? You have to understand it. So, involve everybody, engage everybody. Now, this is where I want us to go to, and I hope I'll be able to wrap up soon. You see, division is the reference point for all decisions. And I've been saying that all along. Your curriculum, what are you teaching? The Nigerian curriculum is bad, I mean, you don't have to just tailor the curriculum to suit what you are doing. If you say you are raising godly children, you don't have to teach everything in class. You don't have to be skilled or work alone. The way you manage assembly is part of your curriculum. Because that's the core curriculum. That is the hidden curriculum. That is the way you do things around the school. That is where you focus your energy on. So that things like assembly. I remember when I was in school, I went to a girls' school. The principal, any big woman like this, to walk like that as you were passing by her. And Nobini came and we tried to do that our uniform without hand to she was put her hand in down. And you know you are looking for one up, one down, one back. No, she never talked. So you understood the effort of it. You understood how she wanted every girl to be and to look like. Even she herself, from her Afro wig to her platform shoes. My mother was a teacher too. My mother only used to wear Jessie Masters. If you know what that is. Jessie Masters. My mother. The same Afro wig, platform shoes. Super teachers. But everything is good. Reflected that whole good. The pedagogy, the way you teach a class. You know, pedagogy is that intersection between the curriculum and the methodology that you are adopting. The way you teach physics is not the way you teach English. The way you teach primary one English is not the way you teach literacy to little children in early years. Listen, there's a pedagogy for everyone. Make sure you understand it. Even you, as a school leader, as a school owner, you can't do everything. You can't do every subject. And the greatest mentor I had in this area was one Mrs. Marino, principal of the college. So I asked her, Mrs. Marino, you go around the classes, you go to your class, can you speak Yoruba? She said, no, Shade. I know what I'm teaching is. Just look at the children. And you know they are learning and enjoying the class. And that was something I used to enjoy. Just look at the children. And sometimes you know the teachers are very active, don't you? And the children will come to me and say, that's not how they do it, and I'm not there. I went to work in the schools. I stayed there for 3 weeks watching their teachers. I used to go for lunch with the children. I sat on the table one day and said, "Please, ma, can you come and can you be coming every day? Because you are there, the teachers, the classes are so... I don't know how they teach you. Make sure you write it in your... So the pedagogy management, your resourcing of the school. Don't frustrate your teacher. You know one thing some schools did years ago, they taught them computer. Then they go to class, what do I do with this thing? You know at the beginning, nobody knew what to do with the computer. PowerPoint, what do you do with it? But Excel. Until later, Zoom and so on started coming and started saying that they could teach online. So you have to give them the resources. Don't frustrate them by not giving them the resources they need. Give them professional development. Even that should form part of your vision. It should guide, the vision should guide your professional development. What do I want my teacher to do and be able to do? Student agency, yes. Your students should take control of themselves, take control of the school. One thing I never did as a principal was to argue assembly. So they like me talking. And then they say, Mr. may have a word or two. And that's because they know how to say something. You know there's entertainment value in this over there. So when you say, I beg your pardon, she shall be around the school. So you push him, wash him, man. That if I have come and then you go, when you are passing by, they say, don't be wishy-washy, Joe. And then they are... You know there's some methods, but then we can do the same. When I got to Oshogo and I said, let's have a prefect selection. Let's campaign. He said, no, we don't do children. Tell the children to apply and get 2 teachers.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Julius and my colleagues with me, Rachel. We're from Zenclos, Nigeria, the makers of school board, school management solution. In school board, we simplify the activities of any school. We digitalize their process. We make it seamless and more cost-effective. That is, taking your school from the regular analog way to the digital way. And school board encompasses everything your school is doing right now. Any school is doing right now. It's from the admin management to the teachers management.
School board we offer digital report card, we offer digital payments, cost reduction, online assessments, online report card, and on the support aspects, we give 24/7 support. We have 24 hours support system. We help you rectify any issue concerning your account. We have account management that helps you monitor your account if there are any issues. When you reach out to our support system, 24 hours, we are ready to serve you.
So school board is a management system solution that schools use. It's basically what it does is that it automates the processes of your school. So it takes your school from the analog stage to like the digital stage, from like setting up the card to parents. Also on our platform you can do CBT exam. And one beautiful thing about school board platform is also we are in partnership with them that also can take your school and your pupils on coding and robotics. It's very, very affordable to use and also easy to use. So if you're interested in our products, our stand is just behind there, so you can just walk through us and you can just do a little bit of self-presentation for you so you can see actually how the school platform works. Because on school platform, we have the portal, we have the admin portal, this time like you see our whole school. Also, we have the parent portal, so which the result is being sent to the parents. Also, if the parents have feedback on their child, so we can also send feedback to the school. Also, we have the instructor portal, and that like before of the classroom, whereby you can have access to like learning resources. Also, you can upload subject notes. You can have access to virtual classroom, and like so. It's very easy to use. As low as 250 naira per student per term, you can actually use your school. Thank you very much.